lungs, no, he was born without ears, no openings, no inner ear, no chance of ever hearing. But his father refused to believe that story. This is the story of Napoleon Hill, the author of the famous Think and Grow Rich, and his son Blair, who doctors said would never hear. But every day, Napoleon Hill spoke into his son's silence, not out of denial, but out of belief, until one day, something impossible happened. His son heard him, and that moment revealed one of the greatest truths. Whether we're talking about manifestation, bending reality, or healing yourself, desire plus belief equals reality. And in this video, I want to unpack why this story might actually hold the key to making the changes you want to see in your life, and how we can use this same energetic formula of desire plus belief to manifest outcomes that might actually seem impossible right now. So on November 11th, 1912, Napoleon Hill's son was born with what doctors called an impossible condition. No ear canals, no inner ear, no hope. The experts at the time told him that his son would never hear, never speak, and that silence would pretty much define his life. But from what we know in Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill didn't argue, he didn't collapse into despair, he simply refused to accept that story. Every day, he would sit next to his infant son and speak to him as if he could hear, whispering words of encouragement. He was choosing faith over evidence, conviction over circumstance, until one day the unthinkable happened. His son Blair turned his head to his father's voice, and he heard him. And in that moment, a very powerful lesson was born. Not just for this father and son, but for all of us. When unwavering desire and belief move together, reality bends. And that's what this story is truly about, and what every single manifestation teaching points towards, yet is so difficult to truly embody. Because you see, Napoleon Hill didn't just hope his son would hear one day, he believed it with every fiber in his being. And that belief, fused with unwavering desire, reshaped what medicine said was impossible. That's what so many of us miss when we talk about manifestation. It's not about wishing, scripting, visualizing, or staying high vibe. Yeah, all that stuff is useful, but at the end of the day, it's about holding a desire so clearly and believing in its possibility so deeply that you stop letting your current reality, your current circumstance, dictate your future ones. And I've seen this play out in my own life in a very personal way. Back in 2022, I detached my retina in my right eye. Specialist after specialist all told me the same thing. Anthony, your vision is just not going to come back. Your condition is irreversible. But I've refused to believe that. Not out of denial, but because I know how much belief shapes biology. And the worst thing I could do is to adopt their story as truth. Because once you adopt a story, your nervous system rehearses it. And when your nervous system rehearses it, your reality is going to reflect it. You're going to experience that story in your life. So desire is what opens your mind to new outcomes, to new realities. It's what opens the door to possibilities, to miracles. But belief is what allows you to walk through it. So let's quickly break them down by looking closely at these two forces and how they actually work together to shape our reality and create what we call miracles. So desire is powerful. It's a powerful little drug, but it's often deeply misunderstood. So on one hand, we're taught to tone down desire, to want less, that desire is a form of ego. On the other hand, we get caught up in desire sometimes, wanting and seeking and longing for things that we think is going to bring us wholeness, or that are shaped by what other people or society call success or happiness. But the kind of desire that reshapes reality is not about any of that. It's not manipulated. It doesn't negotiate. It's not ashamed of itself. It doesn't flip-flop. It burns. It holds steady. And it sharpens over time. That's the kind of desire Napoleon Hill carried. Spiritual teacher Michael Bernard Beckwith calls this the difference between immature wanting, desires born from the outside world, and mature wanting, soul-rooted, deeply authentic desire. So what if, before chasing any goal, yet another desire, we paused and asked ourselves, is this desire truly mine, or was it planted there? Does it come from my truth? Do I really know what it is that I want and why I want it? Because you see, desire becomes powerful when it's clear and precise. And clarity and precision are what turn that longing into momentum. But even more importantly, desire needs to be anchored into something that tells the body that the future is already real. That's where the power of belief comes in. Belief is what gives desire form. Because without belief, our desires are just mere fantasies. And without the burning desire, belief is just kind of an idea. It's just a theory. But when the two move together, they form the current that bends reality. So think about the times you wanted something with your whole being. Some part of you deep down believed it was possible. Maybe not consciously, maybe not fully, but there was some tiny thread of knowing beneath the surface. That thread is what kept the desire alive. Think about all the times you've accomplished something you deeply desired. If you didn't believe you could have it, the desire probably would have faded. Because desire without belief cannot sustain itself. And belief without desire has nowhere to go. Desire sparks the vision. Belief builds a bridge to it, even when that vision might seem impossible. And this is why our manifestations fall flat. This is why so many dreams go unrealized. We focus on all the outer stuff, how we're going to get there, what we need to do, but we ignore the inner electricity. Visualize this, affirm that, balance this chakra, clear that energetic block, learn that new skill, take that course, but none of it matters without the full energetic loop of desire and belief running through your body. You have to want it like your soul is speaking. You have to believe it like it's already underway. You can't just say you want it. You can't just say you believe it will happen. You have to feel it in your bones. Your nervous system knows the difference. It knows if you're still holding doubt underneath your breath. And the results you get from your manifestations will reflect that. So my invitation to you is simple. Get clear on your desire. Feed it the belief that it's possible, that it's going to happen. Let both live not just in your mind, but in your body. That's what Napoleon Hill did. That's what I'm doing to heal my eye. And that's what you must do. Not once, not every now and then, but daily, until it becomes who you are, until it becomes your reality. Go for it. And if you'd like to go deeper on this topic of harnessing the power of desire and belief, check out my free 7-day Learn to Bend Reality course. I'll paste a link below. Thanks for watching today. I'll see you in the next video. Keep believing. Much love.